Hey everyone. So today I thought I'd do my summer foundation routine. It doesn't really vary that much from other routines that I do. Um, I do go lighter with my skin is dry to normal, so I do go lighter with the moisturizer. And my favorite for the summer is the Skin MD Natural Shielding Lotion. L'Oreal Over 40 talks about this, as well as Tiffany D. I found out about this from Tiffany D, and I really do love it. I think I had to order mine online though. I couldn't find mine, it wasn't readily available. So my skin, I try in the summer to not use so many products. Obviously my eyes are done, and the reason why is because in my video from the Lorac Pro palette where I use the one shadow, Jane Brothers had asked me if I would do a video using 3 shadows from the Lorac Pro. So this is what I came up with. It's actually purple. So it's pink on the lid, mauve in the crease, and the deep purple in the outer corner. So I will have a tutorial video, chatty video coming up on this look. And hopefully she's watching to let me know. She wasn't specific, she said just 3 shadows, and actually I use more than 3. So let's get started. My favorite foundation, probably out of all the ones that I do use, is the MAC Face and Body, and there's what it looks like. Mine is in the color N3. The reason why I like this is because this is a really light coverage foundation. The Pixie Woo sisters use this a lot. I put some in my hand. Today I am going to use the Real Techniques contour brush to apply this. I don't feel like this foundation, it is very watery, that's why I'm using it in the palm of my hand, and it's fine. I'm trying to focus most of it where the discoloration is, and I have a few friends over here that want to come and party. I don't put foundation under my eyes. I just feel like, especially there, like less is more. And, you know how I talk about my lids being crunchy? The under eyes aren't any better, and I don't want them to look crunchy either. Whatever I have left, which really isn't much, I hold in my hands because it's not running now. And so now I'm just going to blend. The only way I use a face primer is if I am, like, let's say I have a wedding to go to or something. Other than that, in the summer especially, no. I actually like this contour brush even to put foundation on. I also use my beauty blender. It just depends. So I just kind of grab this to do. You could use a brush or a beauty blender. I don't feel like the beauty blender soaks this water-based foundation up that much at all, actually. I always feel like with any foundation that you're going to put on, the best thing you can do for your face is prep it. And then I just feel like if you spend a couple minutes prepping it, meaning moisturizing and letting that sit, and that's what I did prior to the video. I moisturized and just let it sit. I feel like the foundation will go on easier, go on better, and it melds better with your skin. Like I said, I don't put it under my eye. I go close to it. And I just, I keep buffing. I have redness, basically a little on my nose, but around here, a little on this cheek. And it is sheer and buildable. You can actually build this up. I don't need any more, so I wipe my hand. you could build this up to a medium foundation, and you could also add a little bit of MAC Pro Longwear Concealer to make it even a more full coverage foundation. A little drop of the concealer, mix it in with your MAC Face and Body. I'm also going to now apply the Age Rewind in medium. I don't apply this, I apply it to the back of my hand, which my hands are clean, and then I use a brush. I have the Real Techniques, I think this is I can't even, it's off. It's for the eyes, but I actually like this for concealer. And I try to only put, most of my darkness is from the bag, but no matter how much or how little the bagging, I'm not hiding nothing. But I do get darkness, like I get red out here. It's also a good way to clean up your shadow, if you'd like. I just feel like the least bit I put under my eye. I also have eye cream. The CeraVe eye cream, I will be doing a review on that. I really do like it. The main goal of that eye cream, it says, you know, to reduce darkness and puffiness. Now, my puffiness is not due to, you know, staying up all night. It is due to hereditary reasons. My dad was kind enough to hand them off to me. And actually, that used to be a running joke with us. Because when he'd say, you know, you look so tired, I'd say to him, well, that's your fault. And he'd look at me like, huh? And I'd say, well, you gave me these bags. This bag is actually worse than this one. So I try not to use too light of a concealer, just enough to get rid of any darkness. And if I keep applying and keep applying, the problem is it's going to start looking cakey and crunchy, and I don't want that. I just do a little bit around my nose. Now around my mouth, I like to lighten that up a little bit. So I am using the IT Cosmetics brightener. And I also put that on the back of my hand. And I go into where I want things brightened up just a bit. And I really, especially around my mouth, it might look odd now, but once I put lips on, I have a lip balm on my lips as well. It won't look that weird, I promise. And sometimes I might go a little bit in here, in the inner corner if it's dark that day. You know, a little bit up here on my cheek. Especially in the summer, I just feel like less is definitely the best way to go. Not that I put on a whole bunch of makeup to begin with, but I definitely feel like very light layers in the summer. I don't like a lot of makeup to begin with, especially not in the summer. So now what I do is I look and go up close, and I might take my fingers and just smooth over. Now, the goal here, to be honest, which for camera purposes I don't have the time to do, but I like to wait for my foundation to sink into my skin. But because I don't want to make this a 2-day long video, for the purpose of the camera, I am going to powder now. Because I like to wait, because then when it's dry, once your foundation is dry, then you can go in and powder, and I feel like you get a better application with that. Now, this says MAC Prep and Prime. I used to use this, but in here I actually have Ben Nye powder. His banana powder, which is all over YouTube. People have talked about it. But his banana powder, his powders come in different colors. So I bought the yellow, and I also bought the pink, but I've mixed the two together. So it kind of neutralized, each neutralized out. So, obviously the nose. My cheeks, I do like to Now, will I get crazy because you can see the pimple? No. If I had a real special event to go to, maybe, you know, I would cover, you know, look to cover it. But when it's hot, I almost don't even want to wear makeup sometimes. I know you all know what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's like, ugh. But if you're going somewhere and you want to look nice, this weekend, we are going to the house in Pennsylvania. As most of my subscribers know, my sober anniversary is next Wednesday, which I will have 20 years, which to me is just mind-blowing. And I remember that night almost like it was last Friday. Thank God. I do a little back and forth under the eye, not too much, because it will look a little crunchy. Same here. I like to do back and forth so it kind of goes into the wrinkles, but it's not going the one way it's going, so you're kind of almost pushing it into the wrinkles, if you get what I'm saying. And then I pat so that anything extra, bye-bye. Next would be my bronzer, which is what I'm loving, is the matte bronzer by Makeup Forever. And I am going to use the e.l.f. contour. And I sometimes, you know, when I self-tan, and like I think I said in the mitten video, like I self-tan once a week. So I will, and I do a little bit to my face, but we all know that because we're constantly exfoliating and using different products, our face, the color comes off much faster. So what I like to do is sometimes I'll even, you know, put a little on my nose. So I might put a light dusting of bronzer all over my face so then it matches my, not that my eye get really super dark, because I don't. So now I am going to put on a little bit of blush, and I am using Tarte Exposed, which this came in some kind of Sephora, you know, they have samplers, and I love this. I have a full-size backup. The Tarte blushes really stay on very, very well. I'm just looking in the mirror here and trying to look in. So if you ever came to, obviously, like when I'm going out in the summer, you know, and I'm going to something special, I will glam up, obviously. Like, my fiance says, okay, so where do you want to go to eat in Pennsylvania? There's a lot of decent restaurants. I said Red Robin. And he's like, what? It's like, you're a cheap date. I'm like, I haven't been to Red Robin since we were in Pennsylvania last year. And I really enjoy, they have a chicken Caesar wrap. Oh, it's delicious. And they give you just enough fries, like, you don't feel like, ugh, when you leave. Anyway, so, now I'm going to, always remember, when if you still, this hasn't absorbed, which mine hasn't, to just dab off. I'm using nude lip liner, as you can tell, from Milani, I love. Now, when you're lining the top of your lips, I mean, you do what you like, but I have come to find that starting here, it kind of like glides with the fullness of your lips. Try it. You know, because we're so used to going from here to here. And then I'm going to take Mally's No Way Rose. And then what I usually do as a final step is this NARS translucent crystal powder I purchased during a VIB event, and I never saw like the greatness of it. So I use this as like a final setting powder, and I just, with the big, and I just kind of glide it so like everything is blended, and so I can at least just use it up and it not go to waste. So that's my foundation routine. I have CeraVe SPF 30 that I would normally wear under this, but this is basically my go-to. It doesn't have SPF in it. And also my It Cosmetic CC cream. Now that I would definitely use if like I was going to a barbecue and be sitting outside for a long period of time. I would put that one on just because, you know, it's a higher SPF. But I don't mind applying, you know, SPF, you know, if I'm going out and I'm not going to be directly out in the sun. I am not. I used to be a sun worshiper, not anymore. So this is it. Simple, easy. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what your foundation routine, what your go-to is. I will be doing, hopefully if you'd like as well, this eye for, her name is Jane Brothers. So tomorrow or Thursday I will be doing that. And I really appreciate you watching. And so leave your comments below. I love reading them and responding to you as soon as I can. So thanks so much for watching. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you. Bye-bye.